We are here at Comic-Con with Denis Villeneuve, director of Blade Runner 2049. Now, Denis, this is your first time at Comic-Con. It's a place filled with fans of all sorts of movies, TV, comic books. What's it like for you to come here with such a beloved property? Is there a lot of pressure? Excited?
There's I will say, excitement. I'm looking forward to share the movie with the audience. Movie's not finished. I'm still working on it, so I'm not used to talk to journalists as I'm in the working process. But I will say that the movie is alive. It has its own soul, its own personality, and I'm looking for now. I'm ready to. I'm looking for it's almost finished, and I'm looking for that to share it. The pressure will be out.
Do movies dream of electric sheep? They're alive, you said.
Yeah.
They're alive.
No, but it's like Frankenstein, It's like you spend years dreaming about something that you are building with pieces, and there's a promise that it might come to life, and there's something about making movies that it's pure magic for me, because it's like a lot of humans working together, a lot of artists working together, dreaming about something with a hoping that it will come to life, but sometimes it doesn't. And it's still mysterious. At the end of the day, it still works. It still start to walk by himself and became it's still mysterious to me and beautiful at the same time.
So, what stage are you at right now?
We are the movie. We are doing the sound. The sound, mixing all the sound and the music together, and finishing the VFX too. It's a movie that involved a lot of work visually, and it was a long process, and so it's almost we are in the last days of working.
I mean, you've worked with VFX before in a sci-fi setting. How did this differ in scale?
But it's the amount of VFX, I will say, that is different, and also every time it's like a battle to reach a strong level of realism, and I will say that here's the amount of VFX that is another level for me. That's where the challenge was. The biggest challenge was to design this world at the beginning and the prep. That was
So when you are approaching something like this, we're 30 years on in a very beloved world that people have a specific idea of what it looks like, what it feels like in their mind, who the characters are. Somebody like Deckard, for example, fans know intimately, or they think they know. How do you approach, putting your own spin on that world, bringing a new audience back into that world and making it feel new?
Yeah, that's part of the challenge. But in fact, the biggest challenge for me was to take someone else's universe, someone else's dream, to digest it and make it my own dream. I mean, that was the biggest challenge. And the thing is that I needed, for instance, amongst that, one of the toughest for me was to figure out where will be Harrison Ford's character in the future, Deckard, how he will be affected by time, and how it will have evolved through time, and I needed something that I felt that right from the start Harrison told me that he needed me to find him in the future, and I said, yeah, I deeply needed Harrison Ford. So it was like really together that we talked a lot and think a lot about that through several months, and to imagine what Deckard will be. That was the biggest challenge for me.
Well, that's
the universe itself. It's a work and work and work, but that came from the basic. At the end of the day, was the screenplay, and what was in the screenplay gave me keys to see how I could make that world evolve.
People still ask the question, human or replicant. We for years have wanted to know definitively if Deckard is a replicant, and people have asked Ridley Scott over and over and over again. Is that a question you're prepared to answer today as you're at Comic-Con?
Me, I love the idea that what interested me in that question is the question itself, and it's like if you go back to the root of this universe, the Philip K. Dick book, Do Android Dreams About Electric Sheep, it's like there's like the characters in the book sometimes are doubting about themselves, and they want to pass Wolfgang test to themselves because they are not sure if sometimes if they are like natural or design, if they are artificial beings or real human beings. And that doubt, that inner paranoia, I think is quite what is more interesting than the answer. So I will say that the movie, in some ways, there's things in the movie that by Deckard himself is I kept that tension alive, that question. I don't want to answer to that question. I think that it's something. First of all, it would put myself in danger because Harrison Ford strongly believes he's human, and Ridley is convinced that Deckard is a replicant. So I don't want to be in that war. They are still arguing about it.
And Ryan Gosling, how does he factor into the new film? His character is also similarly an officer, a Blade Runner, and he's looking for Deckard in this future. That's about all we know, really, going in. But what was it about Ryan Gosling specifically that you saw that felt like, you know, he belonged in this world, in this story that you
Unfortunately, is that I cannot talk about the qualities why I brought Ryan on board, because it will. I'm in a dangerous spoiler zone. But I will say that the part was written for him. Hampton Fancher. It was not my idea. To offer the part to Ryan. It was like. Hampton Fancher thought about him when he wrote it, and
returning screenwriter.
Yeah, Hampton Fancher, one of the screenwriter, and who was also the screenwriter of the original movie. And when I read the screenplay, I just felt he was right. I mean, I just thought it was like totally natural, and to go to Ryan, and so we offer him the part, and to my great pleasure, he accepted. Yeah.
Do you feel like, I'll let you off the hook a little bit with the spoilers, but do you feel like after watching 2049, people will come away with a different question? Maybe not human or replicant, but something else.
I think that the screenplay that was written it was an extension of a more elaborated question that were raised by the first movie. So I think it's just like a kind of just a continuity of the reflection about what it is to be a human being, and what our relationship with our memories, and the importance of memories, the importance of the past, and what we are taking from the past inside us to transform our destiny. And it's like it's something that I feel is just an extension of the first movie, I would say.
And one last question I've been very curious to ask you. Has working on this film, particularly with the themes, with its history, with the story, has it affected the kinds of dreams that you've been having?
It depends. As I was shooting, definitely. No, but it's like I will say that I always dreamt when I was young to do a movie of that scale, and now that I did it, it's like I just deeply love the experience of having those resources to create a cinema, and that I hope I will have the chance to do this again, because it's quite addictive to have that privilege. Yeah.
But it doesn't affect how you sleep at night? The things that come into your mind?
Madame, if you look at the movies I did in the past, I did things that could have affected me more. I did some pretty daunting and haunting images, I will say, in the past. So I'll say I'm beyond that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.